There.
Oh my God, dude! You do that again, I'm out of here. I swear to God.
What happened?
It smells like in here.
Why?
Because your butt open for about a half a second.
Okay, well, that was not me, dude.
Did you know?
That was not me.
Did you notice you didn't hear it?
Yeah, well,
When he farts, goes.
That's why he goes, hey guys, hurry, put the headphones on. Let's get ready.
something like that.
No.
All right, let's get this thing going. Ready?
I don't know if I'm ready. It stinks so bad.
Are you ready, guys?
Ready.
Here we go. Yep, that's right. Welcome to another episode of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast. Thanks for coming back, guys. Yeah, got Lurch in the house. Say hi.
Hey.
Say yo.
You rang.
And we got LD in the house.
What's
Give
up?
it what's up. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Yes, guys, this is another, we've been cranking them out. This is another special episode of the Lab Podcast. It is your official law-abiding biker podcast. After all, it's for the motorcycle majority, the
99%.
That's right, law-abiding bikers and the 99 percenters, which we are. So, yeah, let's get at it. It's going to be a special episode because of a current incident that occurred in New York City. And I've been posting it on the site and kind of cranking it out there, trying to get some discussion. So, yeah, here we are, guys. This is Ryan Erlacher, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
Flatulent individual.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, dude. Your
High-tech redneck.
thank
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
He was, dude.
A little musty in here. Not gonna lie.
Could have
Little
used that
musty.
as an opener. But yeah, super stoked to have you guys in the studio to record this special podcast, breaking news podcast. As we state, we cover everything here on the Lab Podcast, and if you guys have been following our listening audience, you've been following Facebook and or lawabidingbiker.com, we've kind of given you guys some time to chew on this, but it is the incident. It's been all over the news. If you want to get educated on it, of course, this podcast, number one, we're going to do some discussion about it, but also if you go to lawabidingbiker.com/bikergang NYC for New York City, Biker Gang NYC. That I put up like 5 links to some news articles. I put up 4 YouTube videos, I think. But again, forward Law-Abiding Biker /Biker Gang NYC for New York City. And it will, get you educated on the incident. Of course, it is still ongoing and investigations are ongoing, but there's been a lot of hype about it and a lot of discussions. And so, yeah, we all powered up here, and we're here in probably the earliest we've ever been in the lab studio.
Yeah.
True.
What do you think about the new, we haven't talked about the new studio. We got a minute here. Let's talk about the new studio here. What do you think, LD?
I like it.
Yep.
We've got a chance to look at each other. Although I don't really want to look at you guys, but
Right. It is
forced to now.
Yeah, we've made some updates, and if you go to the photo section on the Law Abiding Biker website, you can see some pictures from how I started and how we started all the way to where we are now. It still needs a little work. We're going to paint, but I did get it used to be I couldn't look at LD, and I couldn't look at my co-host Lurch or anybody else that was in here. We'd kind of have to look out of the corner of our eye and still try to talk in the mic, and there was a big bookcase with my mixer and stuff on it blocking usually. Lurch sat in the corner.
Yeah, I was hiding in the corner.
Yeah. So now I finally was able to afford, I worked some overtime at my regular job, and was able to get fork out the money and get a nice L-shaped desk and really open it up in here, and we can face each other, and yeah. So yeah, moving on up.
To the top.
To the top, yep. So, all right, LD, been a while since you've been in the studio. What's been shaking?
It hasn't been that long.
Well,
You haven't cranked out 2 other podcasts that I'm on.
you're right.
So
That's
it looks
true.
like I haven't been here for a while.
Yeah, that's right. We do have this will be cranked out today. So I
Yeah.
do know this one will be 19. No doubt about it because we want to get this out there right away. What do you got?
Hi, Lee.
Oh, dude, that was nice. We got to do that one for Lee Popeye because he has been waiting, and there are 2 episodes in the bucket that he is on, and we have not released them yet because we keep doing Sons of Anarchy ones. And you okay over there?
Yes.
Is your mic okay? He's banging stuff around. But assure you, Popeye, your episodes are coming out. We just keep pushing them back, and then this incident happened. So, all right. Let's get at it. Essentially, if you're not completely familiar with it, it happened in late September in New York City. It was a group of,
Sport bikes.
I'm going to call them unorganized motorcycle gang, UMG.
Oh, yeah.
You like
Yeah.
that? Yeah. Instead of OMG, organized motorcycle gang. So, anyways, to put it in a nutshell,
Or outlaw motorcycle gang.
yeah. What did I say? Organized? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Outlaw. Thank you for correcting me. But anyways, they got into a little road rage incident with a guy driving an SUV with his wife and daughter. And anyways, the SUV driver they stop in the road. He ends up running over one of the bikers. Or I don't even know.
Pile of bikes. It
Pile
looked
of
like.
bikers. I'm not sure at this point. Well, I guess that's to be decided. But one of the motorcyclists, and he is paralyzed. And then the motorcycle guys, the unorganized motorcycle guys, chase him down and he gets stopped, and they end up bashing his window out with a helmet. And this is on a helmet cam. It got released to YouTube, and then they beat the living schnizzle.
Yeah, they slashed him.
Yep, they beat the living schnizzle out of the SUV driver in front of his wife and kids, drug him out, and that is where we're at.
Podcast over. Good job.
Done. All right. See you guys later. We'll be heading out. All right. Good job. All right. That'd be awesome, dude. Just people are like, what in the hell is that?
The beating, was there a videotape of that? Because the one I saw stopped when they started breaking out the window.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the same one, and it stopped when they're pounding on it. But I think there is footage of it.
Yeah, I didn't know if that guy realized, oh crap, and turned his camera off or what.
No, because it got uploaded by him.
He edited it.
That is the problem. I guarantee you've got
Some search warrants being written for that camera.
And that's because we are all full-time LEOs, law enforcement officers that do this podcast. If you're just tuning in and you don't know that yet, most people are loyal listeners know that. So we're going to give you some perspectives, but I don't want to be biased either because of our job, but we can let you in on some secrets, on likely some things that are going on that the news isn't privy to because we know how the system works. But I'll just tell you straight up, and I think you guys will agree. It's highly likely that there's a group of about at least 30 in the video that got released. It's highly unlikely that somebody else didn't have. I guarantee multiple people in that group had helmet cams on.
I think
that is not the only footage of that incident.
I think I saw at least one other one in the footage.
That's the only one that got released and
I bet they
uploaded.
did. They're stunt riding. They want to catch all their stunts on video.
Yep, that's what they do.
Did you see the video that was also released of the footage before the incident?
Yes.
I only saw like about 10 minutes of it, but apparently there's like an hour of it. And they're, popping wheelies, driving down the shoulder, splitting lanes, up over curbs, stopping intersection traffic. I mean, they were driving like a-holes.
They were. And there is, regardless of the incident, which I think there's still a lot of investigation to be
Kind of
done.
shows you the mentality, though.
It does. Absolutely. And what we're talking about, if you haven't seen this video, it's all sports bikes and enduro type
some
bikes.
Four-wheelers.
And a four-wheeler.
Yeah, there's a couple different quads. I didn't know.
Which I think is completely illegal.
Well, no.
I don't know.
Wait, in South Dakota.
Okay.
There are some places you can.
Yeah, when we were in Cody, not this time, but the time before when I was in Cody, you can license your four-wheeler and drive it in town.
Yeah, there's some states that you can do that, and I didn't know that New York was one of them.
I didn't either. I don't know.
I only say that because, and I do not know if it's legal, but
I wouldn't think
There were some reports that these guys, what they do is get in these large groups, and again, unorganized motorcycle guys is what we'll call them, a UMG at this point, because I don't know if they're an organized. But what they do is they get in these large groups, and they actually interviewed some officers from there, and they get in such large groups that it makes it very difficult for the officers to stop them.
Oh, yeah.
And so in the center, there'll be a lot of guys doing wheelies, and they're flipping the cops off and stuff, and they're doing all this illegal type stuff. So you could ride a four-wheeler in the middle of that group, and the cops can't even get there. They actually interviewed some New York City officers that said it's kind of becoming a huge problem with these sports bikes and these enduros. Yeah. And like I said, I don't even think they're, not talking about outlaw motorcycles, but I don't even think they're organized in any fashion. I think you were talking a little bit about before the podcast.
I saw somewhere that they're organizing these groups to go out and ride through Facebook.
Right.
Starting a Facebook page or whatever. Now, the quad
so
deal...
keep people that have never met for the...
Right.
Before.
Hey, meet at the Kmart parking lot, at Walmart parking lot at 10 p.m. tomorrow.
They get that mob mentality going on, and the group, I can do what I want to do.
The four-wheeler thing is interesting because in the states that I know that it's legal, I thought it was only in, 30 mile an hour and under areas. I didn't think you could take them on a freeway.
Usually in cities. Yeah.
Right. So these guys are riding on that 2-lane freeway.
Yeah. Yeah, pulling wheelies. And Matt brought up a good point. There is YouTube videos out there of these guys before this incident.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I can't remember when it was, but it was the same guys because it's the same bikes.
Yeah.
And some of the same jackets. And they actually do it to a little white Priya. And they get in front of it and they stop it. And they're right up at the windows talking trash. And they're blocking intersections. And they're riding wheelies right through the middle of town. So
up and over curbs.
Yes, up and over curbs. And like the police say there, it's becoming a huge problem. So aside from this incident, I can just say that their riding abilities as in general, regardless of the incident, are completely unsafe.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty asinine.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term. They're out, these
Looking
guys
for
are out
trouble.
looking for trouble. They are. Whether we're going to talk about that, whether everything that transpired is deserved or justified, that we'll get into. But I just wanted to take it from the top. Are we in agreement on that? That these guys are not what we consider your typical law-abiding biker?
They are definitely not.
They are definitely not what we promote through law-abiding biker. Now, an interesting thing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Interesting thing.
No, you go.
And I don't.
No, you. No, you.
Again, we don't have all the facts.
Right.
So I want to be careful, but some of the reports indicate that some of these guys, these unorganized motorcycle guys, were members of what's called the Hollywood Stunts. STUNTZ. And if you look Hollywood Stunts up on YouTube, they're guys that are out doing exactly what we said on the road, doing wheelies and doing brodies in the middle of the road. So I don't want to say, but preliminary reports do say that there was members of the Hollywood Stunts. This is typical behavior. So if you're a law-abiding biker and you're with the Hollywood Stunts, if we're wrong, we're just saying that's a preliminary report. If you want to defend your position or you weren't involved, please go to lawabidingbiker.com/contact and you can leave us a voicemail. If you want to do a live Skype interview, anything like that, we'd be more than happy to have you on the show because that's what the reports are showing now. And certainly, if you are not involved and that's false, we would like to know that too. So,
and it's not like the media is ever wrong.
Never. That's why we have to be very careful. I'm going, the best we can.
Vultures.
Yeah. Take it from there, Matt. What do you got?
Oh, just keep the stunts in the parking lots and the closed tracks and private property. The highway's no place for that.
Yep, I agree. Totally. And just by the videos that, they're doing, it's just a accident waiting to happen. And it happened. So, once you take it from the beginning, let's talk about the incident, talk it through. You've watched the video, the guy, they're all riding through town, the SUV, and he pulls apparently in front and slows down.
Yeah, it was on, I can't remember the name of the highway. I remember hearing it, but is it Washington Memorial or something Memorial Highway?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, it's a highway, and they surround the SUV, and they start doing a rolling
This was on a Sunday,
down.
right?
Yeah. And it's normally, during the week, apparently it's a really busy section of road, but on the weekend it wasn't. and they surround him to slow him down because they're going to start doing some stunts, and he wasn't slowing down enough apparently. So one of the guys pulled in front of him, brake checked him, hit the brakes
on a sports bike. Looks
and
back at him.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he gets bumped a little bit, and then they come to a stop.
Did he? This is where I'm confused. I want to stop you there. Did he go down? Because the video doesn't say. And then I heard other reports that said he actually went down.
No, I don't think he did.
Okay.
When I watched the video, I didn't see him go down. I think he might have got bumped barely
And recovered, I think.
and then they kind of surrounded him and slowed him down. And this poor innocent motoring public dude, he's got 30 bikes around him and blocking him in.
Well over 30 behind him. It looked about a 200 bike.
Yeah, I can see how he would be afraid for his life and not know what's going on. And he's got his wife and kid in there. I'm not saying he should run over the dudes on the bike, but I mean, if he's afraid for his life,
and we're going to get into that.
Yeah, kind of hard to not say it was justified. We don't know. We weren't there. We don't know how he felt.
Right.
He's the only one that can answer that question. But if he thinks these guys are going to do harm to,
here's some
his
of the
wife or his kid, it's hard to blame him.
No, you're right. If he can, a lot of it, obviously is going to be subjective in this investigation.
Yep.
And that's usually how it goes with self-defense type stuff. There's not, it's going to have to be, he hasn't been charged yet with anything.
No, he has not.
No. So with that tells me that the police, of course, always have a lot more than the media has, thank God.
The video leading up to it.
Fox News is the only one that has
volumes.
done anything good about it, of course. But the most well-balanced news channel, just like this Well and Balanced podcast.
You watch the video leading up to it, and it just shows you the mindset of these guys. I mean, that video's damning for them.
It is.
Right.
And the other stuff on YouTube. And without getting too much off track, and like you said, that video cuts off.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? There's a reason it cut off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's bull crap. Okay, that cuts off right before they pull the guy out of the van, and those guys that uploaded it wanted to make it look like they were the victims.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee, from a law enforcement standpoint, that there are some search warrants going on, and I would almost guarantee that they have recovered other video cam. And there's also going to be a lot of people coming forward that don't agree with what happened, or, as we know, they want to get their arses out of trouble. Yeah. And so what are they going to do? Their cops are they're going to cooperate with law enforcement investigation and go, yeah, this happened, but hey, I don't want to do any jail time.
I just showed up at the Walmart at 10 to ride with them, and they started doing all this crazy crap.
I looked at Facebook. These guys are crazy, and I got with them. And and there's going to be some other footage where some guys are like, that was bull crap. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people testifying against other people. Some guys are going to get hemmed up on charges. And, of course, then they're going to turn state's evidence to minimize their role in the assault. So a lot of stuff is going to come out.
Watching the news, the guy that does the brake check has been charged.
Yes. And that is the moron that flipped the judge off in the court.
Oh,
you didn't see that?
I heard about this. I haven't
seen the footage yet.
You
told me about it.
Again, the mentality of this group. And I don't want to batch them all because there's probably some good guys in there. I don't know. They're probably not all. I hate to say they're all idiots because I don't even know how many of them are riding.
You don't want to paint them all with the same brush.
Exactly. The ones I did see, idiots, straight up.
Oh yeah,
straight up idiots. But I got off track. The
flipping the judge.
Yeah, so he gets sentenced, and I think he only got sentenced to 60 days.
No, it was his prelim or his arraignment.
Arraignment. Okay, so he gets arraigned. Yeah, and there's pictures of him giving double birds to the media and to the court, and just laughing and thinking this is a big frickin' joke.
Around here, that'd probably be another charge.
Yeah, and most of these guys, Fox. Yeah, you're right.
I might have said this on a prior podcast, but parents, if you just raise your children
to be
responsibly.
Cowboys. Didn't we do that?
Yeah, I think so.
We would appreciate it.
You lazy parents that don't keep your kids in line are screwing up the world. Can't blame the kids when you didn't raise them right.
And none of these guys that have been charged, they've all got prior criminal records. Fox News has looked into it. I mean, we're talking possession of firearms, possession of narcotics, all kinds of stuff. So these aren't your innocent law-abiding biker citizens. These guys have been in trouble. And, they did one guy... they did an interview real quick where they blocked the face out and changed the voice and all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, we went after him after he almost ran me over. I was pissed off and chased him down. Oh,
Right.
Thank you. That's exactly what happened. Then
So
you
it's
beat the crap
you're
out of
telling me
him.
it's premeditated?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You. Yeah. Thank God we got guys like that. But so apparently, so we back up a little bit here. The bike pulls in front.
Yep.
He brake checks him. The
Yep.
SUV taps him. Our consensus here is we don't have any evidence that he went down.
No.
But he's still been hit, so it's a minor collision at this point. Now, what I see in the video, and you guys have watched it too, tell me if you see something different, is all those motorcyclists stopping in the road. It did not appear to me that he had a escape route.
No, he was surrounded.
He was surrounded.
Because they wanted to, I assume, looking at the video, they were going to...
Well, they're just going to exchange information.
They're going to... No. They were closing it down and doing some stunts, I believe.
Yeah, but I think that may have changed after
After
the
the little
contact.
bump.
I
Yeah.
think it might have
Okay.
been.
No, I think it was in reference to the contact.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it makes sense.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it was going to be a, hey, what are you doing, idiot, or what, or if it was to beat the crap out of him at that point. I don't know. But you put yourself in that situation. You're there
That's
with
what
your
I'm
wife
saying.
and kid. You get surrounded by 30 bikes. There's another 100 behind you. You
Yeah.
just tapped one of them.
They've already been taunting you and riding around
Right.
you, and right.
That's what they reported that was happening.
You just
Right.
tapped one. What do you think their intent is?
Right.
Right. I think you're justified to pull out a gun and start shooting, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's subjective. It's got to be most of it. It's not going to be
But you cannot.
flat out evidence. It's going to be what was his subjective intent. What was he thinking?
Right.
Well, they'll use the reasonable standard. So,
Right.
what
Which
they'll-
is why he hasn't been charged, and he probably won't be charged.
right.
Probably not.
So, and in New York, you can't carry a gun, so he used his vehicle as a weapon. Got
Yep.
himself out of there. Unfortunately, he ran into some traffic down the road.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't believe the whole time I'm watching this video. It's 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh, the cops are going to catch up to him at any time. They never came. I'm like,
No, but that's tough.
I don't know if he had a chance to. Yeah,
Oh, dude.
he's driving at 100 miles an hour probably. These bikes are keeping up with him, and you're on a 2-minute delay trying to catch it.
Yes.
And I don't know how many jurisdictions they went through, or what.
Dude, the 911 calls were through the roof. The 911 center on
People
these
calling and
on this
reporting the bikes.
motorcycle gang.
Really?
Yeah, through the roof. They couldn't, and all those recorded calls are being obviously secured by the police. There was call
I'm sure there was a
before he tapped him.
Oh, yeah.
There was call after call after call of these guys and the type of writing and the illegal activities that they were involved in. And then there was calls afterwards, even after he ran over the biker, and then they were chasing him. There was more people saying there's bikers chase. So this was well reported, but as you know, it's out on a freeway when you're going those type of speeds, and the delay and 911 delay and the police officer, depending on their position, that's really hard
Okay, and here's
to
the
get
other
to.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. Roughly, we work in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
How many in all of our county are working at one time in every agency?
True dat.
45, 50?
Yep.
You're going to go chase down 200 bikes. They're probably thinking, oh, just get these guys out of town until they realize there was a problem. You know what I'm saying? If there's a problem where you work, there's 3 or 4 of you working.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to go chase down 100 bikes or 200 bikes?
Yeah. I put on my hat and I'd go take care of business.
Yes, sir. Attaboy.
I mean, I've had instances
Yeah, I
where
hear what you're saying.
guys are doing, like say we have an outlaw motorcycle gang come through town. There's 50 of them. Block the roads, get them out of town. Make sure there's no problems. Follow them, get them out of town. That's the mentality.
Yep.
Right.
Do you want to go up there and start crap with them? No. So I don't know. I mean, you think the cops would have at least been following these guys?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I think they were trying. It was moving too fast.
well, and if the bikes in the
yeah.
back are going the speed limit, you're trying to catch the 3
That's
or
what I mean.
the 30 bikes in the front
with
going
that
100
many
miles an
bikes,
hour.
they can make it hard for you to get up to the ones that are
Right.
causing trouble.
And remember what I said at the beginning, the cops have already had a problem with this type of activity going
Right.
on in New York with them shutting down roads,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they can't even get in the middle. So
Times Square.
it's kind of a common call for them now.
I think the year before they basically shut down traffic in Times Square. Same group.
They did.
Yeah.
There's video on YouTube of that.
I saw that one. They showed up with
That's what the four-wheelers running
300
down.
bikes downtown.
Yep.
Shut down the roads.
These guys are playing hoodlums.
Now, if you want to shut down the
They're
road and have a
hoodlums.
good time, there's a way to do that.
Exactly.
You
There's
just get your permits and you get your...
absolutely.
Call the parade.
Yes, yeah, you get your people on board.
We do it. We go to rallies where you can burn out. It's legal to burn
Yeah.
out. You can
These
burn out.
Some of the small towns we've
Yep.
gone to, they shut the downtown, the main street down, and They make an area for burnouts. And
Sturgis. Can you take a car down Main Street in Sturgis during the rally?
that's a good question.
I've never been there. I don't know, but I doubt it. I mean, there's bikes down the center
No,
line.
you can't. There's not enough room.
Yeah, I wouldn't
they
think
don't
so.
allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They didn't allow cars there in Rosalia when we used to go, except for Charlotte or not. What was her name? Charmaine. She can apparently drive downtown.
How many bikes did she knock over?
Yep. She didn't.
Enough about Charmaine. That always gets us off track.
Yeah, sorry. That was one crazy broad.
So here is some preliminary information, and this is what is going to have to come out, is that while he was originally tapped that guy and they were going to do the exchange of information, which is bullcrap. Because I'm just teasing
Did they literally say that?
No, that's what they're going to claim. Okay, do you guys know?
After attorney advice. Because they don't even know what the exchange of information is.
Do you...
I was going to give him my information.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Is her name Maria Allred? She's that highfalutin attorney that
sounds familiar.
She always represents the worst of the worst. Well, she was on Fox News, and she's representing.
Of course,
she's representing the guy that got paralyzed, that got ran over. Let me look it up real quick.
That caused his own demise.
But
one?
I'll let you guys talk about this. Maria Allred is what I'm going to go with now, unless I find out different. But she's a highfalutin.
I'll do some Google searching as we're speaking.
I'll do it right now.
Okay, yeah, you got a computer in front of you. Why am I doing it on my phone? She's just trying to get her name out there,
right? Well, and she does all these big. She always does cases where she can be all over the news, and she's just quite annoying, to be quite honest.
If you're on a sport bike and you think you're going to stop an SUV from going by you, you're a moron, anyways.
My thought is the guy in the SUV has always wanted to drive a Bigfoot truck. And he's never found anything small enough he could run over until these bikes appeared in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Look at the size difference.
Yep.
Well, some of the, like I say, while I'm looking this up, but some of the information is that not only were they at that point when he bumped him, they were slashing his tires then. That's some of the preliminary news reports say. So if they were already trying to get into his vehicle, see, because that guy's video camera looks and then it looks away, and then and you really can't see. I can't. And apparently some police information is that they were already slashing his tires right there.
So you're sitting there in your SUV and you see dudes with knives in their hands. Your life's in danger.
Adios.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I can't find this attorney's name, but I think that's her name. But anyways, I'll find it. Some of the information, obviously, if they had knives out and they're slashing his tires and already banging on his windows, and that's where I think that undercover cop that's been charged
off duty works undercover.
Off duty works undercover. He's completely off duty.
Regardless, idiot.
Yeah, basically, yes.
So he was not infiltrating these guys. He wasn't undercover with these guys.
We don't know that.
Don't know.
We don't know.
Okay.
What we do know is he was working undercover,
off duty. So he may or may not have been.
I don't think he's a.
From what we hear, he's not been working them.
I don't think he was working them. I think that he's does dope or something like we've all done, and then he just happened to be
investigated
with these. Right. Yeah.
You said
what I say?
Dope like we've all done.
Oh yeah, no, investigated dope. Yeah, I apologize. Thank
you.
You're right. Thank you. He was investigating dope, but so after that, so that may be something that plays into it eventually. Is whether they had knives out at that point. So, anyways, he feels the information is he feels obviously which the police haven't charged him in fear for his life, his child, and his wife's. I didn't see an escape route.
Everything depends on his mindset at the time that it happened. That's what everything hinges on.
You were really close.
What is it?
Gloria Allred.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was making
ended
me mad.
In the IA. That was close enough.
Oh yeah, she's all over. Fox News has had her on. Yeah, there she is. Oh my God, she annoys me just to look at her on here. You should really pull a picture up on your phone there, LD. GloriaAllred.com. Oh my God, she's so annoying.
She has a website?
Of course, dude, she's huge. But she takes on all these high-profile cases. She doesn't take on cases unless she can be on the news.
Yeah, this news article refers to her as celebrity attorney.
You know what? Here, this one refers to her as celeb-bitchy.
What?
Yeah, that's celeb-bitchy.
She looks a little bit like what's that? Senator out of San Francisco, Feinstein or whatever.
Dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I recognize her now. I see her picture.
AKA Gloria Rachel Bloom.
She's a fearless advocate for justice and equality. That's what her internet site says, dude. Yeah,
well,
whatever.
Executive summary. Feminist lawyer.
There's
says.
definitely a need and a reason for defense attorneys, but I couldn't imagine doing it.
No, and I'm not talking about defense
Right.
attorneys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about her.
Right, I hear you.
Because every time she does it, she wants to be on the news. She's trying to be a celebrity.
Right.
She annoys me. But absolutely, there is a need for all attorneys. But anyways, let's get back to so he runs him over.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, this guy, and I can't even at this point call him a victim. But
Mutual combatant.
he is an unorganized motorcycle guy at this point. But he is paralyzed. Got his 2 legs broken, his spine crushed. Yep. His wife came on Fox News last night with Gloria Allred.
Yeah.
Of course, they're already why, if your husband just got killed, why are you on the news, or not killed, but paralyzed? Why are you on the news with Gloria? I mean, seriously, you're not.
That's society these days. Everybody wants to be a star.
Yeah, I'm going to get an attorney because my husband is paralyzed and I really don't know what happened and I wasn't there, but I'm going to get Gloria Allred, who probably called her.
She's going to do a civil suit. Civil.
Hey, yeah.
Going back to, would you raise your children right and teach them to be responsible and take responsibility for their actions?
Thank you very much, Lurch.
Good Lord.
Look at him over there. He's on fire. So anyways,
drinking the fire.
Is paralyzed, and she said there's a 99% chance that he will never walk again. And of course, their claim to fame.
I hope he never rides again.
I don't think that's going to happen except in a wheelchair. Is
a
what
trike
with
like. Hand controls.
Correct. Or a straw. I'm not sure. It sucks, we don't want anybody to get hurt, but if you put yourself in idiotic situations,
you run that chance.
And of course, their claim to fame last night on Fox News is it was Hannity, and he did a good job interviewing. He's got to be kind of sensitive, but I think he should have went after Gloria a little bit more. But he's like, we don't have all the facts. Mm-hmm. I'm not making judgment yet. I appreciate that because we don't.
Right.
But their claim to fame was, he's a nice guy. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He was trying to calm the situation. It was other people that were provoking it. He was, and that's what I'm saying. It could be. I don't know. He was trying to calm the situation and tell people, hey, relax. It's not a big deal. Just everybody relax. That's what they're claiming, and that's a very good possibility that we don't know yet. Maybe it was other people blocking, and he was just like, hey. That's some of the stuff that is being investigated as we speak. So,
but does that negate that the guy was in fear for his life?
No, it doesn't negate that at all.
Right.
So
Absolutely
it doesn't
not.
matter.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that civil suit should get tossed.
Should. And it likely will, unless there can be some corroborating, witnesses, which I'm sure there will be because they're friends of his.
Right.
Saying
he
wasn't the
swerving
one
at him or something prior to the stop.
Or they'll say he wasn't the one. He wasn't involved at all. He was just a byproduct of a bad situation, which could be. I don't know how that civil suit will go.
He was blocking an escape route. Therefore,
was he blocking it or trying to help?
He was stopped
in
front of the SUV
because somebody got hit,
not allowing the SUV to leave.
And the video doesn't show that. I don't think you can look at that video and say he was the one parked in front of the SUV.
He couldn't have been parked beside it. He wouldn't have got ran over.
Well, I don't know. See, we don't have all the video. That's what I'm saying. I think
he didn't drive sideways in his SUV. He drove forward. So whatever cars were in front of him,
but we don't know if that was his bike. So did he park off to the side and then walk over to try to calm the situation, like you said?
Did he go in front of the SUV, preventing it from leaving?
Well, I don't know if he prevented it, but he went in front of it, obviously, because he got hit. But see, that's different in a civil suit. That's totally different. If they can prove that he parked at the side and he walked over to say, "Hey guys, back off the van,"
still won't matter.
No.
About what?
It won't matter.
Like he's like
the guy's not going to get charged. I'm just saying in the civil. So I'm not saying the guy's going to get charged.
Unlawful imprisonment. Throw him in the can.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
As far as what?
This guy getting money out of the SUV driver, I'd be shocked. Because I mean, regardless if he was trying to calm everybody down, he was still in the way, and there was a big horde of bikes around.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a legitimate reason for the SUV driver to fear for his life.
Right.
No, and I agree with all that.
Situation.
I agree with all that.
So the fact that guy walked out there is going to be
negligible.
Point.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's what
That is just our opinion.
That's what the podcast is for.
I am a police officer. I was not smart enough to be an attorney.
No, and that's exactly the kind of discussions I want to get in, because this is the kind of stuff that's going on that people want to know. So, I have to agree with you guys. If that's truly what he was doing, which I can't confirm or deny at this point, it still is negligible. And he was in it. If that's the truth, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he was riding with a bunch of hoodlums.
And that's unfortunate.
And he did have a prior, I believe he did have a prior criminal record. It doesn't mean he deserves that, but I don't think he was some angel as far as that goes. But he could be just a byproduct of a bad situation, but nonetheless, he was hanging out with a bunch of idiots. And when you hang out with a bunch of idiots that ride like that, you might end up in a bad situation.
We all need to make good choices in life, and this young man did not make a good choice.
He did not. He made some bad choices.
Life's about choices.
I'm certain there's some video of him out there popping wheelies and whatnot. So, all right, let's move on. So he gets run over. Knucklehead on the Enduro starts. He's got the helmet cam, the only one we've seen so far, and we are going to see a lot more. Trust me, as this comes out. But he starts chasing, and a bunch of guys start chasing. So take it from there. What you guys saw in the video,
and I don't know if it means anything or not, but the guy with the helmet cam, he's looking all over the place. Like, should we follow this guy? Should we not? Is everybody coming, or are they not? I don't think he really knew what was going on.
He was flagging people to come forward, and I believe he's been charged too.
I don't know.
Yeah. He has been charged.
Okay.
Because he was, if you watch the video, he was flagging with his hand, like, get up here, guys, get up here. And he followed them all the way to the end, to the end result.
Right.
And then he cuts his video cam. He didn't upload the part where they beat the crap out of the driver. So he has been charged.
Yeah, we don't know his involvement after they get there, because they haven't seen that video yet.
Between where the SUV runs over 3 or 4 bikes and he eventually stops because of traffic, he was stopped another time.
That's what I want to talk about before.
They pulled his door open.
And he takes off.
And
that's where some suspect that was the undercover.
And he hits a bike.
That tried to open his door?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hits a bike.
Trying to stop him. You go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
Well, he hits a bike and knocks the guy off it. Like he hit, say he hit the rear wheel but not broadside.
Right.
Knocks the guy off the bike. The guy picks his bike up and takes off.
Okay.
Right.
Let's kind of play devil's advocate here.
I like it.
Yeah, so the undercover guy believes he witnessed a crime of hit and run or vehicular assault.
Correct.
This dude's running.
Correct.
And he thinks he's going to catch him.
Or even if it wasn't the undercover, citizens have a right. We've had it happen where there's drunk drivers and citizens take matters in their own hand. They pin the drunk driver down till we get there. At collisions, they take. So maybe they didn't see anything. You're right, devil's advocate. We don't have all the information. Obviously, as we said, these guys ride like idiots.
Yeah.
There's no question they're not law-abiding bikers.
Right.
But, we got to...
The situation occurred because of their actions, ultimately.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
what did he do?
Perhaps they were chasing him down because they thought he was, hit and run.
He ran over a guy and ran.
Fled. Yeah.
Right.
In his mind, he's thinking, I'm afraid for my life. I'm getting the heck out of here.
And that's going to be an argument in court.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
If that was the officer, what did he do to identify himself before he opened that door?
Right.
Don't know. Was there audio? There's no audio on those.
But did he have a badge
Yeah.
in his hand? Because if you're going to go up and start yanking the guy out of the car and he just felt like he was in danger 5 miles back, he's going to feel like he's in danger again unless you do something to identify yourself.
Right. The individual they interviewed with the voice change and all that, he said that the people that were opening the door were trying to open the door and take the keys out of the ignition. It's going to be an argument. I'm not saying that's what happened.
Yeah.
We have had it happen.
Sure.
I've had it happen 19 years. Mm-hmm. It's happened. I've seen people pull keys out of cars from drunk drivers or hit and run drivers. I've seen them beat up hit and run drivers. I've seen it all, So that's going to be some of the argument. I don't know if that was the undercover, but a lot of it's speculation right now. I'm just going off the feeds that are coming in and as information gets put out there. So
I hope this isn't one of those cases where in a week it's no longer news, so it's done. I'd like to see the end result.
Yes.
What you know what I mean? See them play it out.
Well, you know what? It's not going to die because us here at Law Abiding Biker Media are not going to let this story go, and we're going to follow it to the very end. And we'll do follow-up podcasts on this. They'll be just grouped in. We'll talk about it maybe for 10 minutes updates as we pump out our regular podcast.
Who here has a contact within the NYPD?
Oh, yeah, that's what we need, dude. We got some guys,
I don't have anybody in New York.
I know some guys and some guys and some guys.
That sounds serious.
Yeah. So here's real quick.
Forget about it.
So we're at the point where the guys try to open the door, and that was unsuccessful. Or they open the door, but he takes off.
He's able to move off again.
He's able to move off. I just want to get into it because I put out a post on the Law Abiding Biker Facebook page, and it got a lot of good stuff and some good comments. And I just want to pull that up because I want to get some people. Let's see. Where is
you drink too much.
Whatever. That's you bonehead.
Well, that one wasn't me.
By the way, as you're looking there, I guess I have to apologize to the listening audience for my slurred words by the end of our last podcast that you and I did. The
what
SOA
happened?
one. You know,
you did a 2-hour podcast. That's what happened.
That's probably what happened. It was a long podcast. We were celebrating the new furniture, the new Lab Studios, and I imbibed. And I apologize for my slurred words. And I would also like to thank you for the hospitality and the couch to sleep on.
You did end up sleeping on
because
the couch.
Because as a law-abiding biker, we'd use the old alcohol.
Yes.
And I decided to stay here.
That was a good decision.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Speaking of making good choices.
We do have a comment on there from a gentleman named Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at the comment.
As long as it's appropriate.
I won't use his last name, but he says...
You can use it. If that's on Facebook, it's on Facebook,
okay.
bro.
Mike Roten. He says, they definitely don't represent the majority. Most of them probably don't have a license or endorsement, is what he says.
Yep. That is, let's see, that was October 7th. Let's look at the comments on here. Yeah, that's great.
And Mike may be a Tempest rider. He is from that area of the country. Props out to those guys. Very involved in the podcast. Thank you.
Very nice. So here's some comments that were made. We're just going to, because I like to, our loyal listeners and loyal followers, I really like to get you guys involved in this stuff. Let's go to some comments here. There's so I put out a post, and of course, I told you at the beginning of the podcast, but this is the Facebook post that I put out with some resources to our website. And here is Ray DeLuna. This is funny, which I agree. When are you guys going to quit calling these beep a-holes bikers? And I'm sure they're not thugs. Just look at them, LOL. So, huh?
Where was that at?
What?
There's people making comments on Facebook.
Oh, sorry, I was daydreaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's people making comments on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
This is the law-abiding biker page.
I'm tracking now.
Okay, that people are making comments. And then Eric Weiler says, those are not bikers, they are thugs.
Yeah.
Gary Nicolau says, real bikers ride in line, not all over the road.
That is true. Those guys are.
Yeah.
William McDonald
Very well put.
Says, they went there with the intent to cause mayhem. To protect my family, I would have done the same thing. And then Steve Meter. They showed in other videos, which we've talked about, how they ride down the one-way road going the wrong way, dodging in and out of cars, heading right at them, and he goes on and on. And then he says, the people on the bikes were out to cause trouble. I think it's a good lesson for these guys. You push a family man too far, and he will run over your ass. And then Davina Moore says, bikers and thugs are not the same. Because we ride in a group, make us thugs? ? Biker versus SUV. I believe they were both wrong. They was both wrong. Interesting, from Davina Moore. So those were some of the comments just on our Facebook page. And then I had a comment on Law Abiding Biker, reference it, which we'll get to, that somebody basically commented directly on the site, and I can't remember who it is, but I'm pulling it up here, and it was, I've got 3 videos on there and a whole bunch of links, but it was Bud Mallon. When you have a large biker group, they act differently than when riding alone. Maybe the SUV driver was partially responsible, but the biker should call in and get the tag number and location for police to intercept and hear both sides of the story. In a perfect world, the idiots does slow down to make the SUV stop, and guess what happens?
Yeah.
That's why in a group, I ride with responsible other people.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to choose the people you ride with and know them well and know that they're not going to act out and be non-law abiding.
Yeah, I don't want to be riding and look in my mirror and see you guys beating down an SUV driver.
No.
Yeah, and taking up 4 lanes of a highway and just riding all over the place. Here's my response to Bud Mallon. I said, at Bud Mallon, thanks for your comments. I agree that the riders should have just got a tag number, license plate number, and called the police. Here's an interesting point I make. The guy with the helmet cam certainly had time to pull up alongside and get a video shot of the driver for police evidence, if in fact they thought the SUV driver was guilty of something. And then I just,
You should comment on there that just so everybody knows your comments made the podcast.
That's
so
right.
They know.
I did. Yeah, I told him. I said, your comment's going to be put on Law Abiding Biker podcast. I go on, but I'm not going to read the rest of it. So he knows.
A lot of times these problems occur when people take the law into their own hands.
Yes. I mean, here's my deal. They had, like I said, we have iPhones. They could have taken a picture of the tag. They could have got it beside it. I would have looked right at the driver if I had a helmet cam. Got him on video. Okay, the police are going to find him. If he's a hit and run driver, then they'll handle it.
Yeah, if you got the tag in the picture of the guy.
Dude, you're golden. These guys wanted to beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So, moving forward, I just wanted to get some of our fans and our loyal listeners, bikeaholics out there involved. Go ahead, LD.
They wanted street justice for something that was never done wrong in the first place.
That is right. And now they are paying
Boom. He
the
just dropped
piper.
some knowledge on you.
Dude, that's heavy.
All that sparkles ain't gold.
So we are at the point now where they get up to where he takes an exit.
Getting into town traffic.
Yep, getting into town traffic. And some people claim that his tires were slashed at that point and going flat.
They didn't appear to be.
But I didn't see that in the video. So maybe they tried to slash him, didn't do a good job.
My impression, and I've never been there in New York City, I was surprised at how open that road was. And then when he got into town, how open that road was for 20 blocks.
And Fox News did go out. Greta
I saw that. Yeah.
went out and showed it on a regular day.
Busy
Really?
Mother.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was that.
It was Sunday, that's why. And that's what they said. Because it was Sunday and that time, it's and maybe they go out at that time because it's all open to them.
Roughly what time was it, do you know?
I don't know, late morning.
Church time?
Yeah,
Based
right.
on the sun, I would guess it was 10:46.
Oh, geez.
You're white.
That's ridiculous. You don't have any clue. Greta was out there on the scene. And
Greta. Old friend of yours
Van
or what?
Sesteren. Oh, yeah. Greta's actually going to do she's going to Skype me and she'll be on the next podcast. I'm going to do a Skype interview with Greta.
She's going to talk out of the side of her mouth like
She
she
will
was on
probably
TV.
out of the side of her. That's unnecessary.
I was full of air.
Okay.
Sorry.
At
least
That
I
is
wasn't.
unnecessary.
At least I wasn't stinking up. the
on a
joint.
side note, dude, Fox News, which is the only news I watch.
It's the only
Fair
one
and
to watch.
balanced.
It is
I
fair
won't.
and
I
balanced.
can't turn on CNN.
No.
Communist News Network.
No.
Sorry, dude.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, you never heard that?
No.
Yeah, it's the Communist News Network.
Communist News Network. But Fox has, not only do I like
for
their
people
news,
on the other side of politics.
they have got
Yes.
the hottest reporters
Oh, there's a
in the industry, dude.
They're not dumb.
Oh my God, they have got hot reporters. Okay, that's a side note.
Apparently I need to watch more Fox News.
You do.
Oh, yeah,
you do.
you-
Just for
Fox
the
News
reporters.
works out.
And then the one gal, she just got her new show, the Kelly File. Kelly's cute too. The Kelly File.
haven't
Okay,
watched
enough about
that
Fox
much
News.
news.
All right, I do. I have to stay up on current events for this podcast. So we're at the point where we all agree they could have obviously got recordings of the guy's face, everything, all the evidence they needed, drove to the police station, which is what a law-abiding biker should do, and not take justice into your own hands.
That's right.
Because you're putting yourself out there, and there are people arrested now, including a cop. And he shouldn't have been involved. And we're going to find out exactly how he was involved as far as whether he was beating on the vehicle and stuff. But it's not good. And then there was a report that there might have been 5 other biker or motorcyclists that were cops riding in that group. Now, on their defense, that doesn't make them guilty. This, like you said, this thing was thrown together on Facebook. I don't think this is an unorganized motorcycle guys. It was thrown together on Facebook, and there was a lot of people. I don't even think a lot of those people knew each other. It was it was kind of like shutting down Times Square. It was just a huge event.
I've had buddies of mine say, hey, you want to ride tomorrow? Yeah, sure. And I show up, and they show up with 10 guys, and I don't know any of them. And I've ridden in packs of 20, 30 people, and I know 2 of the 20 or 30 people.
Right.
Now they start doing crazy stuff, I'm probably taking the next turn.
Right.
But in a pack of 200, those cops might not even have been up near the crazy stuff.
Right.
Now, in their defense, at the same time, in a civil rights violation at work on duty, and I don't know how that exactly translates to off duty, if an officer does something that crosses a line, you are just as culpable if you don't stop their action.
Nice use of the English language.
You like that?
Yes.
Dude.
Culpable.
Did you go back to school?
I'm a detective.
Because you usually sound like a redneck.
He barely got it out of his mouth.
He did.
Yeah.
But he used it, and it was
never,
beautiful.
He could never do that on the stand. He's like,
Nice job. Nice job, sir.
I wear a suit and look professional when I'm on stand.
We love you, LD.
So, if they didn't stop the action, they could be held just as responsible. In a civil,
Not if you're off duty, though.
Yeah, off duty.
We have strict
and I don't-
policies on that. We have strict policies on you do not have to act off duty.
you do not have to act, but
You don't have to.
you also don't have to be involved.
No.
You're supposed to be a good witness. Now,
Right.
Thank you.
now, our policy says they cannot require you to carry off duty, and you are not required to get involved off duty, but you are required to be a good witness,
Right.
Yes.
which any citizen should be.
There are some departments that require you to carry off duty. I don't know if
I've
this
heard
is-
of that. But
Yeah.
Ours strongly
Most
encourages
don't.
it,
Right.
but they don't want to
Ours-
require it because now
right.
in this state,
Yeah.
if they require you to do stuff off duty,
Yeah, they got.
they're going to
gotta
show
pay
you.
you.
They're going to show you the
Right.
money,
Yeah.
so they don't require
Right.
stuff off duty.
Show me the money.
It's important to be a good witness.
And those guys may be good witnesses, but like I said, they may also not have been up near the front where all
That's
this
what
was
I'm
going
saying.
on.
They may not have seen any of it.
True.
And there's just now, of course, all hell breaks loose, and everybody's like, "Oh, there was cops riding in the group." You know what I mean? And they could have been a mile back. So, the old lady just got home.
Yeah, I can tell.
we got distracted.
the
Sorry.
love of my life.
Hola,
She is a beautiful
papi.
woman.
That is weird. She's out there in
Ven y
lingerie.
escucha otro episodio del LAB.
Oh yeah, Sorry, I had to
Mommy.
play that. Mommy.
Mommy, venga aquí.
She is a good woman.
Ben para acá.
Takes care of us, cooks us good food every time,
She
Lurch.
is a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
You haven't been over in a while, so
No, you've been cooking the brats.
I
every
have.
time.
But Matt's got like
yeah.
some very prime meals the last couple times.
Yeah, she made something special last time.
What the?
And she's making an Italian pasta night. You might want to stick around. It's good, dude.
I'll be sticking around.
Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so let's we're almost wrapping this thing up, but so they get to the intersection. Helmet cam boy has it on there. Biker guy. I like making up names for guys, dude. It's funny.
Old HCB.
Now,
Cam boy.
I want,
dude.
I want to say something on this.
I like that.
That you guys have been in, and I don't know how much of our listening audience has been in super, super high stress scenarios or situations where your dexterity is kind of out the window.
Yeah.
When that guy drops his helmet,
Oh yeah, he was all.
I laugh because
Fired
I'm
up.
like, I've been in foot chases where you step in a small hole and you trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I would have never tripped running in a normal situation, but you're so jacked up.
And tunnel vision.
Yep. And I just laughed when I saw that
Yeah.
guy drop his helmet. But anyway, he picks it up and then does destructive things with it.
Here's the best part that I was thinking about is we're officers, and we make split second decisions.
I was about to say, with
And then-
18 years on now, I kind of get into a weird calm in those stress
Me too.
positions.
Me
It's
too.
very
I
funny.
don't have that long on.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's
I've got
really
about
strange.
half. I got about half that
Because
time.
I've talked to some of my dispatchers, and they're like, man, when you get in a pursuit, you're just like calm.
Yep, I am too.
Yeah.
So they say your voice is so calm, and
Yeah.
because I just don't.
But I'm jacked. My heart's pounding. You know, it doesn't matter. My heart I still get excited for the first 30 seconds, and I mellow out. But
Yeah.
they're like, wow, you're so calm during
That's
that.
what they
I'm
say.
surprised. Yeah.
After years, you lose the tunnel vision.
Yeah.
But what I would
So you got something to look forward to there, LD.
There you
Well,
go.
I don't have, I've been in an office for 3.5 years. When I come out, I might be fine. I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah, as soon as you get rid of your skirt, you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
I can't say what I want to say because this is G-rated.
You got a pink holster in your plastic gun.
But what's funny is all our careers, we make split second decisions,
Yeah.
right? And then who gets to, for the next 2 years,
Oh.
go over those
Everybody.
split seconds
Yeah,
decisions?
everybody.
Everybody,
Monday
the
morning
court
quarterback.
and
Monday morning
admin and
quarterback.
defense attorneys. Here's what's great about this podcast is all those people
we
made
get to
split
do
second
it.
decision, and we get to sit here and
Yeah.
just Monday morning quarterback
But
and nitpick the crap out of
But
this
you know
thing.
what? We're not being hypercritical. I think we're being pretty fair. And
I
pretty
think we are
honest
being
and,
Being reasonable.
Yeah, kind of seeing a little bit of both sides, and yeah.
Going with it. That's what I did. I don't want to be one-sided because I
No.
do not have all the information.
No, we don't.
And it is going to be very interesting to see what comes out.
Yeah.
Can I say something on here real quick?
Well,
I don't know.
you don't have
is-
to ask permission to
It
say
is
stuff.
18:30. That is 6:30 p.m. on Thursday night, And Brandon Marshall on fantasy football is killing it for me tonight. 2 touchdowns.
I have no idea who that is. I don't even know what fantasy football is.
It's a
sorry, guys. Sorry, listeners.
I'll explain it to you later. It's where they pretend to have a football team, and it's a fantasy, and they make up their little teams and they play. And I don't know how they're.
I would do like
they're bringing people in, bringing people out. It takes up too much time in my life. There's no way.
Fantasy
I can do it.
football. Why don't you do like fantasy bikinis or something? That's ridiculous.
The problem
why
is
would you do football?
You don't have to fantasy when you can get it all the time at home.
Brother, the first word of it's fantasy.
Yeah, it's like I don't get it.
I live in the real world.
Fantasy football fans, please post on our Facebook page. Tell these guys they're idiots.
I know there's a lot of you out there, but I can't do it.
I can't. I don't even know what that is.
Moving on.
So let's wrap this up. So he drops his helmet, picks his helmet up, bashes the driver's window out of the SUV, and of course,
unacceptable. Control your anger.
Yeah, absolutely unacceptable because that is not trying to stop him anymore. That's just straight retaliation. That's vigilantism.
There's one thing about yelling at somebody and telling them how they made a bad lane change.
And
done it.
He was not breaking out the window
yeah.
to take the keys away and stop the car from leaving.
As we know, they drug him out and they beat the crap out of him. He had some broken ribs.
I heard he got slashed too. Somebody cut him.
Yes, he did. He got some stitches. They straight up shanked him.
I guess. I don't know if it's from a knife or a punch or whatever.
SOA style?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lee Torque style?
Maybe they have been watching too much SOA. I'm not sure.
Through the stone.
You want it?
Riding through this world.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's not through the storm.
Sorry,
it's riding
man.
through the world, dude.
Whatever.
Hit it up.
Okay.
Riding through this world.
Oh, wow. Much better, yeah.
All alone.
What do you mean much better? Mine was great.
Apparently, those guys shouldn't watch that show and just amp them up.
You're on your own.
But
Go fly straight.
I was just
Perfect line.
very nice. Yep, in stereo.
pretty good song.
You guys listening in the
Actually,
headphones can hear that in both
I will
headphones.
admit, I downloaded it from iTunes. You can get it on iTunes.
It is on my iPod.
Yeah.
I had to for the show. And then I cut it.
Don't act like you just had to for the show.
Well, I do, dude.
And I got to tell you, though, the longer you listen to the song, the worse it gets. They play the best
not a
part of
great
it.
song. It's
No,
not
it's
a great
really not
song.
the great song, but the first 20 seconds are
Well,
pretty
it's
good.
only like a 2.5-minute song.
Yeah, it's not that great.
They just wanted the first 30 seconds.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So Helmet Boy
Yep.
smashed his window out.
HBC.
And then the other guy who we maybe was, that's...
Cornrow guy.
Yeah, cornrow guy, because he's got cornrows hanging out from his helmet.
Couldn't break the window.
That is what that's all,
They're claiming
to me,
that's undercover.
they're speculating. There's no
Hey.
valid evidence that was him.
Don't know if it is or isn't,
Don't
but
know.
if it was,
Absolutely.
When that guy gets arraigned, all
wrong.
that'll be in his read in court. What
Right.
his involvement was exactly. So they should know within a day or two.
Yep.
If he got detained, I don't know.
And I am going to, for you listeners out there, to want to stay up on it so you don't have to search all over the internet. As new links become available and as new videos become available, I'm posting them.
So-
lawabidingbiker.com/bikergang NYC for New York City. So you can
Lab
always keep.
is all you need.
That's what I'm saying.
For your
You-
bike related news.
You don't need to go anywhere else.
Wow.
So you don't even need to go to Google. Just go to
Google
lawabidingbiker.com/bikergangnyc, and I will keep adding links. I will keep to that blog. And of course, I'm going to add a lot of stuff to this podcast, but go to that, and I will keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So yeah, and they beat the crap out of him. He goes to the hospital. Do you want me to look at this?
I want you to put my email on there.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that during a podcast. I will put your email on there. He hands me his iPhone to put his.
We've talked about it in
sworn
3
few
podcasts, and you still haven't put it on there.
That's because you always drink and then you know.
I'll tell you one thing, though. The interesting thing is that you have to go to the website to delete your mail. There's some glitch.
I had that problem with my last phone. But
Yeah.
he says he doesn't have that
I
problem.
don't.
So
I
I'm
do.
hoping,
I delete
Maybe
it
I maybe
right
you
from
need
there.
To work
I'm
with
hoping
mine
if he
too.
sets it up, it'll...
Because right now I have one at Matt at Sworn Few that has been on my mail, and I can't get rid of it. When I try to get rid of it, it says you can't delete it.
Don't know. But anyways, so
Sorry, off topic.
that's right. We're
Off topic.
We're getting close to an hour, so it's perfect. What else? So we're going to keep that updated.
Okay.
This podcast is going to have some notes. Episode 19, lawabidingbiker.com/19. I'm just going to put some basic information about the podcast. If you want all the updates, go to the Biker Gang NYC.
Question.
Yes.
Who's heading up the investigation? New York State Police? Or
I don't know.
NYPD still.
Don't know.
With NYPD guys involved, I would think they'd have somebody else. Is it
I would think
Suffolk County or something?
I don't know.
Because
Good
I don't know if
question.
their website would have updates.
It may, but I know
It might be the state police, since they're
I would
an
think
actual
so.
state police agency.
Yeah. But the problem is like when I got in my bad motorcycle wreck in Denver, if the city owned property on both sides of the freeway, they were responsible for the freeway. So I don't know how it is.
Very strange.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because city cops were coming to my accident.
Yeah.
Well, it's like here.
Yeah, city
Technically, the city I-82 is in our city, but we don't want to deal with it.
Right.
So
But
it's also a state
yeah.
interstate, and
Right,
state
yeah.
police usually.
But
it's like 823 through Sela.
the city
Right.
motors will go out and work the
right.
the highway, and that's cool.
We did.
funding.
Well, I mean, it's good
That's
activity.
ridiculous. We don't get anything from it.
It's good activity out there.
Yep. So what else on this while we wrap it up? It is going to fizzle out in the news a little bit. We know that because now
some celebrity will show her hoo-ha, and
yep,
True.
Miley Cyrus will do something dumb, and this won't be
Yeah.
important anymore.
Daily, she does something dumb, I think.
Yeah.
pretty much. But it's gonna fade out in mainstream news,
But not
media.
here. But not here.
But not
Not in this studio.
on the Law Abiding Biker Podcast.
Not
we
in
will
this-
not allow it.
Absolutely
Not in
not.
this lime green studio.
Especially
With
when
the
it's
white spot.
it's not an awesome story, but it is a story that came up that is of perfect nature for this podcast
Yes,
because
it
we are
is.
law-abiding bikers, and it completely, regardless of what you believe, the whole incident, their riding alone tells us, not
Yeah.
law-abiding,
Oh, no.
not what we represent. So regardless of whatever else comes out of it, I can just say that is obviously, like some of the comments were funny, those aren't bikers, yeah, absolutely, because we ride respectfully, we ride in formation, we ride two abreast, we ride staggered, we have hand signals. Those guys don't do hand signals.
No.
They're running in front of
Back
each
and
other.
forth.
They're
They're
all
on
over the
the, they were
place.
on the shoulders
it's
and everything
mayhem.
else.
It's
Yeah.
pure mayhem.
There was
Mayhem.
there was a large
Allstate
club.
should have been there.
It wasn't. I think there's one article where there's a pretty large club that is not so law abiding. That even said that was too far. They went too far.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
There
Yes.
was one of the
one of the big four.
the big
which
four,
is
yep.
funny. One of the big four.
They're just getting some press off of that.
Chimed in. Oh, yeah.
And I got that.
That
line.
is out of control. They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, dude.
They probably would have done the same thing.
We're the good
but-
guys. We would have got a tag number and promptly reported it to the police.
Yeah, take that for what it's worth. But
dude,
yeah, you would have.
they are good at trying to look good.
Well, yeah. They got.
They're the best at
They
it.
got they got public information guys, man. They
Yes,
got
they
dudes
do.
that all they do is work on
They are a business.
getting a good
and
want nothing more.
What we're talking about is one of the big four outlaw motorcycle gangs. I have a link on there to it, but he's an ex-member, and of course, they're claiming that they've never done. So I did some research on that.
Yeah.
They have.
Oh, of course they have. Come on now.
They have.
Of course they have.
They've done a lot worse,
Yeah.
including running guns, running drugs, rape, murder,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. I'm like,
Rico.
yeah, road rage is the least of your problems. Rico cases, but it's so funny because they get on there and want to make themselves look good. That's why I had to put that link on there because it's absolutely ridiculous. So, all right, guys, we're about ready to wrap it up. What else you got? What else you
I'd
got?
like to throw a little shout out to Don Killswitch from the Tempest Riders.
Absolutely, you guys just met
Yeah,
with him.
LD and I had a nice lunch with him. I wish I could have spent a little more time with him. I had to work. I was actually working Grays both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
I was training a new guy.
Yeah, I had to drag my butt out of bed to meet him, but he was up for the weekend. I wish I could have spent a little more time with him.
Right. Yeah, it went
But
real well.
had a great lunch with him. Nice guy. Yep.
Yeah, good guy. He
Hooked us up some pins from his club.
In one of the podcasts I mentioned, would you guys be interested in a I don't know, a rally
if
or
we brought
whatever
the
you wanna
Walking Phoenixes in, and we had some kind of rally. And,
Right. Well,
Yeah.
last year they started a barbecue for
Uh-huh.
law-abiding clubs. They had police clubs, motorcycle, or
From all over Oregon and
yeah,
Washington.
police, fire, ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
and any vet
Yep.
clubs. Everybody, and
And they he sent out invitations to any law-abiding club he can get contact info for.
right, and they had he said about 75 to 100
Mm-hmm.
people first year. So he was wanting to partner up with us if we were going to do something because he's participated in the podcast and been involved, and so he wanted to meet with us, talk to us a little bit about that. And the initial conversation was good. I mean, as far as meeting him, so
Good.
And you guys both got to enjoy a cold beer. I had to have iced tea because I was working that night.
sucks for you.
That was horrible. Went to the 2nd Street Bar and Grill. They have some nice beers on tap, and I had to drink iced tea.
Nice.
But it
dude.
was a nice lunch. It was good to meet him. Nice guy.
Yeah.
So
well.
good
And
to
if
meet
you
you, Don.
guys
Take care, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys want to learn more about the Tempest Rider, go to episode 08, and we interviewed the Tempest Riders. So, all right, guys. Awesome. Anything else you want to throw out there? Appreciate you guys being here.
Peace
in
and love.
The
peace
new
and love.
law-abiding biker studio. Real quick.
New and improved.
New and improved. Absolutely. Real quick, if you guys want to, there are some videos that are selling, and really appreciate it. It helps support us. Go to lawabidingbiker.com/buy videos. You can also just go to the regular website, obviously. The video that's selling the most is the complete tutorial video, the complete Harley-Davidson boom box infotainment system GPS stereo tutorial, which is on the new 2014 touring models. We also have how to uninstall stock headers, exhaust, install aftermarket headers, exhaust on a Harley-Davidson, how to install a Power Commander Dyno Jet on a Harley-Davidson, and how to install Harley-Davidson Stage 1 air intake.
And how to adjust your clutch. Right?
I did. That's not for sale, though. That's free.
Oh, okay.
That's free. These are for sale videos, which people
Roger
are
that.
buying, and I really appreciate it because that supports us. They're a really reasonable price. I do have a bunch of free videos. Just go to our video tab, /video, and I just did release how to adjust your cable clutch on your Harley-Davidson, and I have a lot of more free videos coming out. So yeah, thank you for all the donations. Don't worry, we're going to thank you guys. We have been getting donations, have been getting emails. Look forward to upcoming episodes. This is 19. Look forward to upcoming episode 20. We had to bump them back a little bit. Episode 20 will be Harley-Davidson versus
Popeye.
metric motorcycles. And yes, Popeye, you will get to finally hear yourself on air.
It's only been a month.
get to hear yourself about pass out on the air.
That's right. That's right. Pretty much. And episode 21.
He was the benefit of some of your hospitality, wasn't he?
Yeah, he let the fire water get to him.
Yeah. Hey, brother, I did it too. I just did it the other day.
And then episode 21, which is the real scoop on the 3-piece versus 1-piece patch and handling any issues. So look forward to those episodes. Of course, we will be recording. We just had episode 5 of Sons of Anarchy, and episode 6 is next week. We're going to release this podcast tonight, and we will get together and do another episode on
Next Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wednesday, 5 and 6. So look forward to that.
Another week.
Yep. And yeah, keep it coming, guys. Thanks for all the support. If you want to donate. Make sure and rate us in iTunes. I didn't read the iTunes. We're going to do that on the next podcast. We're getting some reviews in there.
Good.
I do want to. And you can go directly to lawabidingbiker.com homepage, hit the little iTunes thing. It'll take you directly in there. It's so easy to leave a rating. But
And leave a comment no matter what. 1 to 5 stars, leave a comment.
Yep, absolutely.
Good, bad, or ugly. Different, whatever.
Absolutely. We appreciate all the support, you guys. Peace out. We look forward to the next episode. Keep the rubber side down.
Shiny side up. Glad you could hear us.
Ride it like you stole it. Ride fast, take chances.
Be responsible, make good choices.
That's right. Don't listen to Elton.
Life's all about choices.